What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on Vivo Garage. In today's video we are continuing with our Goatski series and getting the electrical figured out and see if we can't get this thing to power up. Obviously not start. As you see, the engine is right there, not ready to go back in. I did order a new starter and that'll be here later in the week, and then we'll get that going. But yeah, just today we're going to go through the wiring, make sure we're all good. There's no issues with that, because that's also obviously a major factor in this thing working. So I've never seen the display power up, or just know that the electrical system is good. So we're going to go through the wiring on it and make sure we are good to go. So once we do get the starter, we can get all that finalized and then get this thing dropped in and going. I should have done this before I did get the engine installed, but you know, you live and learn on it. So yeah, stay tuned. We will get that going. So one of the more challenging things for I think a lot of people is the wiring in there, because you can't necessarily see where all the wires go. Color codes can be difficult. If you don't understand wiring diagrams, that can be a little difficult. So I've got some basic knowledge of wiring. I know how to read a wiring diagram. I did study that in school. So what I'm going to work on now is this wire here is my positive lead that feeds all the electrical within the circuitry. So this hooks directly up to the positive side of the battery. So I'm going to try and track this down, because there's supposed to be a fuse in line, but I'm thinking there's not, because I don't see anything physically on the harness. But I'm going to try and track this down as to where it goes, so I can verify its next path, because I think this could be part of the problem. So yeah. Well, that didn't take too long. Found the fuse right here. It was inside this, which makes sense. You got two red wires going in. So after the fuse, it goes down and then it joins to a 12 volt positive connection block, and that's where everything kind of feeds out. So I'm going to try and find that next. But this is good. The fuse looks good in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but the fuse looks good, which is great. I'm going to just do a continuity test on it real quick, just to make sure that we're getting it through there. But yeah, no, looking good. So I'm just going to hook up the battery. I'm trying to get some continuity tests to make sure that everything's flowing, and I know where I should be getting continuity tests through, but I wonder if it's just not passing through the connection block, which doesn't make sense to me. But I'm just going to see if I can get some voltage up in there, because that's really all that matters. So yeah, just getting the battery hooked up, and we'll be doing some tests along the way. All right, we have success. I got this thing to power up, so that is fantastic. I was actually getting a little worried, because it just seemed, I don't know, just seemed like it wasn't getting anywhere. But then I realized I didn't have the ECU plugged in, so I can't expect it to power everything up if the ECU's not plugged in. So I've got it physically powered up now. And one thing I noticed is the display is really dim, and it could be because it's really scratched up. I'll show you that here in a second. But it looks like things are going to be good with that, so I'm really stoked about that. But yeah, here, let me show you what it is. So it's really hard to see, but you can see it's powered up. I can hit the different modes. Man, this is tough to see. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to get up on this thing to see it a little bit better. So I took out the safety thing, and you can see the warning lights going. I don't know what that's about. But I hit the start button and you can hear the fuel pump engage. Yeah, we're good. This is fantastic. Excellent news. So he's got to get this engine running, and I think we're going to be golden. Well, there we have it. This video is a wrap. The electrical is good as far as we can tell, obviously, until we get the engine installed back in, and then get it running and go through some stuff. I did go back and look at the video that I was having a hard time seeing, and it just, basic stuff. So found out it has 368 hours on it, which I didn't know when I bought it. So cool. At least we know the hours now, and I think for its age, it's fairly low. I don't know. Yeah. But we'll wrap this one up, and in our next video we'll be getting the compression test done on the engine and getting some pre-installation work done before we start dropping it in. Just some learning lessons from the first time I dropped it in on what to do and all that. So I'll be going over that in a little better detail, but like I said, we'll wrap this one up. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you've subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you're considered subscribing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Got a lot more fun stuff coming up soon, and yeah, but without anything else, thanks for watching and enjoy.